Oh, buddy. I haven't played X4 in like 4 to 5 days. I've got the captain's itch. I've got withdrawal symptoms. We got to get back into it. Okay, so you may notice that, hey, Rick, yo, this is not in fact the rattlesnake. You're right, it's not the rattlesnake. I'm in my own private little Balor. I've called it the yacht. And where is it docked? Oh, buddy, it's docked at... Where is it docked? Where is it docked? It should be docked at the Raptor. There it is. Yeah, the Raptor is hiding underneath the almost fully built defense station. Okay, alright. So why are we docked at the Raptor? Because I've rejigged the fleet. Firstly, I got myself this little yacht because it docks at the Rattlesnake, at the destroyer, so that I could use it as a small ship boarding craft. Look, listen, I've heard your comments. Yes, I know. I wasn't fully expecting to use that big rattlesnake to take out the Cobra. I wasn't expecting to actually capture it. We were there, and I wanted to get rid of it because it was annoying me. But now we should be able to hopefully gain some actual small ship captures and maybe get ourselves a Cobra using our little yacht. So I have outfitted it with 2 tower accelerators and 2 ion blasters. So I think we use the blasters to pop the shields, and then the tower accelerators just sort of like keep the hull steadily going down without destroying it. Hopefully we take out the engines, we keep comming them, and hopefully they'll bail. That's the plan. But there's more at play here. So I've restructured the fleet. I've been toying around with fleet composition, and I'm starting to see it almost like a build in an RPG. And I like that, and it's working for me. Okay, so straight up, you'll see what's happened here. Okay, so the Raptor has been tasked with protecting the defense station while it's being built. It's almost done. I think we've just got 1 module left. 2. We've got 2 defense platforms left, and it's done. So within this sphere of influence, the Raptor is taking out everything that comes close to the station. But I have set the Calamite and the Rattlesnake to be Interceptor Squadron. So I figured out what interceptors do. Finally, okay. So interceptors will fly out ahead of their host, their mothership, and attack they'll attack its target, essentially. This is great. This is exactly what I want. An attack fleet seems to hold back until you tell them to attack, I think. A defense fleet will attack once its host is sustaining damage, and the interceptor fleet will fly out ahead of its host and attack. So this way, we've got the 2 destroyers as interceptors that go in because they can take some hits. They go in first, they draw aggro, they draw the enemy fire, and they start laying down the hurt. Then we'll get our Balors, which are a defense fleet, to fly in afterwards. So once the interceptor fleet has started taking damage, then the Balors should fly in and they should help out. That way, they are not the focus. They're not drawing aggro themselves, so they should last longer. The attack fleet, I got no fucking idea what they do. I'll be honest. I've also pulled the Redis away from our Chrome Stallions HQ and replaced it with a Rum Runner. Rum Runner's doing fine. The Redis has been pressed into service as a pseudo frigate, because I figure, it's cheaper. We don't really have a frigate. We don't have a good frigate. But it's cheaper. Actually, do we have a frigate at all? No, we don't. We don't have access to a frigate at all. The Cobra is the frigate. And like frigate style ships from X3 don't really exist in this game. They're more like, frigates are more like tankier corvettes, I guess. So I'm treating the Redis as a pseudo frigate, a support ship, and it is also loaded up with cargo drones. And I've told it over here, its cargo drone behavior is to collect all. So it's going to collect all the bits and bobs, all the the shit that's left over after a battle. And then I still have to figure out how to collect that stuff. But presumably I dock with the ship and I grab it, but I don't know. Anyway, let's follow along with what the Calamete's doing. I've also readjusted some loadouts. I've been playing around with loadouts like it's going out of style. We're back to plasmas for the large cannons, large turrets, and their turret behavior is set to... I need to move my camera up. Hold on. So the large turret behavior has been set to capital ship only, so that they're not using those big plasmas to try and hit small ships, and the small turrets are defense. So the small turrets are now they're bolt. So I'm still not sure about the bolt. I like that they do more damage, but they seem to hit less often because they're a slower projectile, so they're less accurate. But they do fire more often, and they look dank. So I don't know. I still might swap them back out for pulse, because pulse does seem to be the best middle ground for damage. And well, actually, I think they're the fastest tracking turret, so they hit more often, even though they do less damage. But look, the destroyers are still out there. They're still doing the Lord's work. Our only issue now is it's because they're not great at taking out fighters. So what do we need to fix that? We need a smaller, faster ship to come in and help them out. So ideally, what would we do? Well, you know what? I'd be tempted to go, instead of the Balors being the defense fleet of the Raptor, what if they're the defense fleet of the destroyers instead? That way, they're definitely going to fly into the rescue of the destroyers once the destroyers are under attack. And because they're all subordinate rather, to the Raptor, then the Balor should still fly back to the Raptor to outfit and shit. Dude, this sort of shit gets me jacked the hell up. I'm into it. So look at them, they're flying out the mouth. That is incredibly dank. Oh, buddy. Okay, so let's turn to the comments. Raptor looks hungry, menacing sword. So Stormbringer. All right, that's Fenrir again, coming in hot with a Stormbringer. What other options did we have? Shinjin, yes, absolutely. Here we need to get our hands on some better equipment. So on the subject of better equipment, like Mark II, Mark III gear, I have outfitted my personal Balor, the yacht, with Argon shields. I think they're Mark II Argon shields because they are so much better than the split shields. So what we need to start doing is going for the best possible equipment. So even if we're using split ships, we need to start using, like, I think split engines are fine, they're fast, but like Argon shields, for example, because they're just much better. So that's fine, we can do that. That's not a problem. So what are we dealing with here? Those are building drones, that's fine. So our station is coming along nicely. I'll be interested to see what sort of competition we have in this sector, you know? Once the station is built, we'll hopefully get a look at... Well, we'll have to find the other stations. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, are we going to be able to take over the sector with just this station, or do we need to destroy some stations or build some more stations? You get it. We got there in the end. Okay, so are the Balors helping out? They are? Maybe? Yes? Yeah? Okay, let's follow along with this one. He's coming in hot. How we going? Yeah. Yo, it's working. This is how you do it. He's going in. Yeah. Just shoot it, buddy. Shoot him. Yes, yours. Yes. Right, okay. So, the destroyers are the interceptor fleet, and they fly... Don't switch aggro. And the destroyers intercept. They take the aggro. Then once they start taking damage, the fighters will swoop in And hopefully... yeah. The fighters will swoop in and they'll take out the small ships, while the destroyers take out the big ships. Okay, so I've been in a constant state of battle in this sector for 2 hours of game time, I want to say. There we go. We're dealing with it. Alright. What do you know about that? I mean, we need more ballots, for sure. We can afford them. We can do it. Yeah. I love it. This is great. Alright, good. So this is what we should be doing. It's fleet composition. That is what's important. Fleet composition. Okay. And in theory, if we've got superior numbers with our fighters, then they're not going to be in trouble. Look, they're fine. They're not even really taking any damage to their shields. Cool. So we've got one more module left on the defense station. Just that one there. Defense module, so we can actually shoot. We've got one already constructed there. What do you know about that? Okay, so what needs to be done? We are aboard the Raptor. The Vulcan is now subordinate to the Raptor as well. This is a great fleet. I'm really pleased with this. Let's run out the clock. I'm gonna see you in about 4 minutes, and we'll see what this station does. Oh, right. I totally forgot. I got distracted, my dude. This is getting way too excited. Okay. Comments. AI failed. Great idea. Outpost. That's right. You're gonna call the outpost Morpheus Outpost. So I think currently it's Defense Station 451, which I also don't mind, but let's go to rename, and it's going to be, it'll be Morpheus, we'll just call it Morpheus Outpost. Morpheus Outpost. Let me just double check whose suggestion was that. Here we go. Kevin Duffy. For a name on your station, since it's in Matrix 451, I get it. Maybe something like Morpheus or Neo. Yeah, so we called it Morpheus Outpost, and then I suggested we could call whatever ship is defending it. So like we'll get another destroyer, and we'll just it will be on its own, just protecting the station, or whatever. We can call it the Nebuchadnezzar. So we need a name for the Raptor, and I think we're going to call it Stormbringer. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So we need a new designation for this. How many ships does it hold? 130? Okay, so it's going to be Carrier 1, because one big engine. 130 for the number of ships it can hold. And then Stormbringer. Yo. Darth Bubbles also suggested, because it looks like Voltron's sword. What name did you suggest? Alright, I think you did that in Discord or on the stream, my guy. So throw your suggestions in the comments so I can find them. Because I read them, reply to them, and I'll reference them in videos. Okay, Morpheus Outpost. Stormbringer. We got 25 seconds left. We're under attack here with a P. How we go? This is fine. This is totally fine. We got the Balor coming in. What are you doing, honey? I mean, the P's aren't going to stand a chance. Or even the Oh, all right, steady on there. I mean, the Balor's doing decent damage, but don't wreck yourself, my guy. Yo, he might actually be able to. He might do this on his own. Okay, so I'm a little touch and go with whether that's how we're going to keep the Balors. The Balors are going to be safest being subordinate to the carrier, make no mistake. I just don't know if they're going to be used because they might only be launched in defense. Oh, there we go. It beat it anyway, took out the P on its own. Great. They might only be launched in defense when the actual carrier is under attack. But in any case, I mean, like, if it's only fighters and a couple of Ps, the destroyers on their own are 100% fine. So I'm going to grab the Balors and let's just test some shit out. So let's go back to Defense Delta for the Stormbringer, just so it's a little bit neater. And let's see if they do anything at all. My guys? What are you doing? Remove this. Oh god, what is happening? Be in the defense fleet, please. No, they've gone in too far. Remove that. They're getting too excited. See, that's what I don't want. I don't want them running into battle, going off half-cocked. Get back there. Okay, our station. Please go. Just, you you take out that freighter, alright? You deal with that, that's fine. Here we go. So, they're within range, so now our destroyers are going in. That should be fine. There we go, so now they're going to help out the freighter. What do you know about that? Don't worry, my Talati boys. I got your back. I love it. This is what I want. Just let me manage my fleet. Alright, great. So, Morpheus Station is done. And we haven't taken over the sector. So, I'm sure there are other stations that we have to destroy. That's fine. Morpheus Station needs a... We're still building a docking port. Okay, that's fair. That's fine. It needs a manager though, which we should be able to do. So it's got a large docking port. So you know what? Let's go. Oh god, how do we do this? What's the Redis doing? Redis is just chilling. So we can tell it to dock at Morpheus Outpost. And we should be able to transfer one of its many crew to be a manager. It's not going to be the best manager, but at least it's something, you know? What about our Balors are just chilling back at the carrier? That's fine. Calamite and Rattlesnake doing what they do best. I'm not worried. I've come across a K coming in hot trying to take out the station once. And that's the only real danger. If all we've got is fighters and the odd P, buddy, please. I mean, I'm sorry. Are you meant to be? Meant to be the all-powerful Xenon? Like maybe furnish me with a challenge, young man. They can't do it. They can't do it. This sector will be mine. I don't think you fully understand. Okay, Redis. Yeah. You know what? Let's cut ahead to when the Redis is docked. All right, Redis coming in hot. It docks that way, huh? Okay, so that little sort of blue shiny outlined port must be the docking port. So that means that's why the rattlesnakes dock sideways. This is cool. Okay, I like that. I can deal with that. So I think that's docked. So on the subject of using freighters as low-key frigates, they're tough. Yeah, they're slow. They got a lot of turrets. I mean, we've got a large turret here, right next to my camera there. It's got, I think I've set it up with plasma. What do we got? Bolts for the mediums and plasma, yeah. I think it could work. You know, as like a support frigate. It could work, or like early game, if you wanted a personal flagship frigate. I think it's a strat. It's totally a strat. Okay, so let's have a look at the staff. Can we have a look? Does anyone have management? Maybe not. These are all Marines. What about amongst the service crew? No one has management experience? It'd be great if you could search by... Hang on, what is that? boarding. It'd be great if you could search by training, you know? Yeah, no, okay. Alright, let's just get toe to plit. Toe to plit. Can we go work somewhere else on Morpheus Station as the manager? Just so we've got someone. There we go. There we go. Okay, so. Okay, let's make sure that the construction budget is updated. But I think we're fine. We're just building the basic docking port, and then that's it. And it's up and running. We are good to go. Alright. How are we going? Our Balors, they're just chilling at the carrier. Okay, so I'm not... Yeah, alright. Maybe the carrier itself needs to be under attack for the Balors to actually come out. It's a distinct possibility. Maybe there needs to be a greater threat. I did notice that when we were using the supply ship as a sort of light carrier, the Balors didn't come to help me until my shields were down. So that's a distinct possibility too. I mean, our shields are just, they're not going down. Not with this threat here. This is this is nothing. Alright, so Redus, where's the Redus? It's right there. Okay, so can we tell it to get rid of that order? So it should undock and go about its business. The only issue I'm having with the Redus is I kind of want it to just automatically follow behind the fleet and pick up wares. We should call it the Khajiit. Because it has wares if you have coin. I wanted to just pick up wares, but I don't think it's going to do that. I think the best way to force it to pick shit up is to get it to explore. And then it will just pick everything up because it's got the drones to do it. Alright. This is fantastic. We got 5 minutes left on the clock. Let's wait for the station to finish up. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Then we're going to go scouting to find all the enemy stations in the sector. Alright, I'm a big dingus. The best way to get the Redus to collect wares is not to get it to explore. I mean, I think that'll work, but actually just tell it to collect drops. It's a damn command for it, dude. Duh. Anyway, so that's fine, because then when he's finished collecting the drops, he should go back to whatever his previous role was in the fleet. That's fine. It's not exactly what I wanted. I wanted to do it automatically, but this is totally fine. I'm not worried about that at all. This is like it's taking forever to take these fighters out because we're not hitting them often enough. Ideally, I think I would want a couple of gunships. I don't think the Split have a gunship at all. I started a new game just to see what was available in the Xayarth dock, and yeah, I got to see the Cobra, and it's dank. It's the sexiest frigate in the game, but they haven't got a gunship. The gunship is the long, slender ship, medium ship, that has, I think, 3 turrets either side. The Talati have one, and the Argon have one. So if we really want one of those, maybe we get the Talati one, and we just get them to escort the destroyers, and they've just got pulse on them, you know? Alternatively, we could have, like, tracking missiles, so, I mean, that's going to be much better for actually hitting the fighters, but I'm still not super confident with exactly how we set up the auto resupply of those missiles. Missiles are a little touch and go. I gotta do some more testing with them. Anyway, so our station is done. Morpheus Outpost is good to go. There's still they're building drones. I'm not sure what exactly they're doing, but let's go dock at our brand new station, wherever it is. There you are.
Docking not possible.
Target has no docks fitting your ships. Yeah, yes it does. Yes it does.
Out of docking range.
Oh, here we go.
Out of docking range.
Alright, it's just finished.
Docking granted.
There we go. Put me aboard this station, where I shall slap my iron throne and rule over the Xenon. Oh, baby. She's a fierce looking boy, huh? She's a fierce looking one. Let's get in there. Coming in hot. Coming in nice and hot. Auto dock for me.
Successfully docked.
Tell me, what do you know about that? So I think I've warmed to the Balor, this sort of undercarriage thing that's got going, and it's kind of protected. It's protected doorway there. It's protected hatch. It's nice. It's a nice a small cockpit, but it's a nice cockpit. Like really interesting design. Absolutely ridiculous with just a mess of guns on top like that, but interesting nevertheless. Okay, we've got Paranid on the station. We've got people here, but we haven't got any parlors or anything, but we've got people. I wonder if it's a component of the administrative module. Like maybe along with the administrative module, it brings individuals. That would be interesting. Okay, so we're on one of the arms, huh? Yeah, there we are. Look at that. I like that. I like what I'm seeing here. Okay, so we haven't taken over the sector as anticipated, but that's fine. The Redis is collecting drops. Fantastic. So what's the next step? The next step is maybe we send out the yacht on its own. Hang on. Then the elephant needs to... we'll leave it there for now. What's its current task? Deploy to station. Okay, so like it's probably packing itself up. Okay, it's still unpacked, so it's still technically building the station, I think. I'm going to leave it. I'll see if it undeploys at some point, or maybe I need to tell it to do that. I've never actually owned an elephant of my own. That needs a name too, guys. I think, yeah. Darth Bubbles, let me know. What's Voltron's sword name? Maybe we'll call it, we'll name the elephant after that. Okay, so I'm going to get the yacht. Last thing she's going to do is fly around a little bit and hopefully not die. There we go. She's taken off. And we'll just chill out on the station for a second. Great. Fantastic. So we got satellites here. We're sort of protecting. I mean, this genuinely for the simulation, this could be great because we're protecting a tender trade route between Ianimus Zura and Family Takia. This is potentially really awesome. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it there. We're gonna find out where those stations are next episode. So don't forget to gently caress that like button, taste the game, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Ricky Summer out.